Everybody, it's Madmaxed with another raid video. This is for starters and beginners that are playing raid and they need a little bit of advice and kind of showing where they're going wrong, help them progress to the game a lot quicker. Now, remember guys, subscribe to the channel, especially if you're new. I always put up new content. This year I'm going to put up a new content at least every other day, if not every day. I'm trying to really beef this channel up, get more content out for everybody. So please subscribe to the channel. Just hit that little red button in the corner. Now, a lot of people, they'll start out raid and then they'll get stuck. Now, the reason is because they'll start out and they'll go to campaign and they'll start going through and they'll start doing the little castles, the sewers, and all this. And yeah, you can 3-star this all the way up to like maybe the third or fourth one pretty easy. And then you start falling into 4 players and you may be 1-star in it, but you'll get along and you're stuck and you can't go anywhere much. Now, people will come in and what they'll do is, I'm on the wrong one. What they'll do is when I do the little new one I made, they'll go in and they'll start throwing this crappy gear that they've got on these characters. And I've thrown some on here just to do nothing more than the quest and the challenges. I haven't done this because I see like that one doesn't have any. That's got some. But, and I threw this on. But, it's because I needed it for one of the missions or one of the challenges. See, I didn't even level this stuff up at all. And see, a lot of these I've just carried through and I'm just using them as food. You don't want to throw your gear on there. You don't want to sit down and level all this stuff up because it's a waste of time. It's a waste of your coins. Now, when you go through, you look, and there's a lot to take in when you first start out, but you want to look at your missions and you want to go through and do your missions as much as you can. And, there's arena tokens in here. There's like little coins. This isn't much coins, for me this is nothing because it takes millions to upgrade really good gear, but you're not going to have really good gear starting out. But it is something and it does help you a little bit to even get that level 4 epic gear that you first started getting. All right, so as you go down through here, you look, you get books and you get other things. And so you want to do those as much as you can, but a lot of people forget to do their challenges. And the challenges are probably one of the primary things you need to do starting out. All right, so when you look at this, you get like, now this is already this is part 2 of 5. As you go down through here, you're going to get epic, 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 and then you get, you're going to get rare, rare, and then I think it's epic, and then legendary as you go along. Books. Now, so you're going to get like 3 out of this. You'll get 1 or 2 out of, I've already got 2 out of this. The dungeons, I'm at the part where you get like a blue shard. And then, I'm in the arena part 1 where I would get a rare book if I could sit down and I could go through and I could get arena defense. I have no control over that. That's just where you throw your characters in. When you first started out arena, you want to go in and you want to throw somebody in your defense. So somebody's got to play this and you have to win one of these is what you got to do. Now, you want to do your arena defense as much as you can. And the reason is because when you look at this, you'll get like bronze stars starting out, then silver, then gold. But when you get the bronze, you look, I got 50 bronze medals already. So I got 2% extra crit damage. Crit damage scale is better than attack. So I'm getting extra crit damage from anybody that's blue. Chaos blue, that's my starter. Now, what you want to do with all those books, of course, is go in and get your starter. And I don't care who you use for a starter. They can all solo once they get it 60 and you get them some decent gear on and a few masteries. They can solo stage 12-3 of brutal on your campaign, and that's where you're going to farm a lot to raise your characters up. It's the energy to, experience and coins ratio is the best one. Now, when you go in and you look, at him, you want to upgrade his rank or upgrade his skill. I don't have any rares. I've already used them. But you do not want to use an epic book on a rare. You do not want to use a legendary book on a rare. By the same token, you don't want to use a legendary book on an epic unless you absolutely need that epic for some strange reason, because legendary books are really hard to come by. When you first start out, so are epic books. But as you go along later on, epic books get a lot easier to get. You get them out of Doom Tower, a lot of them. All right, so you look now. Because I've already got books in, I got 5% extra damage. I got 10% extra to place the poison debuff. So instead of having an 80% chance of placing a poison, now you got a 90. When I book him out, it's 100, and he's going to get 20% more damage on that skill. This one, he's already got 15% more. He's going to get 20% more damage. Now, this one, he's going to get 20% more damage and 10% more chance of placing a poison debuff, which he throws 4 of them. At a 50% chance, usually you get 2. Sometimes you get 3, sometimes you get 1. I have seen 4, it's extremely rare. But, you know, as long as you got your accuracy up where the debuffs will stick, it will poison him. Now, the cooldown will go down to 4 instead of 5, too. So as you book all this, it's about 25% more damage. And you'll say, well, there's 20 here, 20 there, 20 there. How is it 25% more by having him booked out? Well, because your cooldown's here. And not only that, but when you look at the other thing, that you get a little bit of extra damage in, it feels it. So you kill somebody that you might not have killed because you didn't have the extra damage. Well, that you get 25% turn meter because you killed it. So he's killing it. His turn meter, he's going quicker, so he can actually kill faster. So that's the thing that you want to do starting out. If you've got the pots to ascend, you know, you want to go up and get him ascended too. Until you get him to 5-star, and then you look at his skills, you know, there is a skill in here on most of them, but not on him, that when you do this, he would have, when you get him to 3 stars, that skill unlocks. Oh, it does on him. It does unlock. Once you get him to 3-star on this and ascend it to 3-star, the attacks all in has a 15% extra chance of inflicting a critical hit. So you've only got to get him for this skill, and that skill only. That means that when you look at his crit rate, and his crit rate right now is 72%. Well, once you level him up 1 more and ascend him 1 more, he's got another 15%. So he's got, you know, now he's got, instead of 72, he's got an 87% chance of critting with that. That's a lot more damage. Okay? Your speed is at 150. Most everybody always try to get him 200 speed, but he's a long ways from getting there. He doesn't have the gear. He doesn't have the enhancements. You can get speed in on this last thing. Until he gets to 5, you can't put that crit damage thing on there. I don't have it anyway because you got to get those out of Spider. But you don't worry about that starting out. You don't worry about all that extra gear because you're not going to be able to get it starting anyway. Now, when you're first starting the game, though, you can get those rare books, and you need to get those rare books and get him booked out as you can. You want to get him to 50 as quick as possible, too. But you also want to get him some good gear. And once you get him up to like 40 with this many books, you can go into your dungeons and you can start doing your dungeons. Now, let me show you something about what you've got unlocked. You've got clan boss if you join a clan at this level. It's only level 20. The arena is unlocked for you. You have factions at 20 that unlock for you. Now, when you can go in and do factions, I don't care. You want to do your factions. And Dark Elf is one of the first factions it is. So you want it to go in and you want to throw in whatever you got. And it doesn't matter. They're not going to live, but, you know, except for Kale. But that's okay. Maybe Kale goes through and he hits everybody so quick, you know, he downs everybody, but it's unlikely. So, but you just want to get through it. And so, The reason is because you get materials for when you unlock the forge to craft better armor. See, he already killed one, so you're only going to get a 1-star. But that's okay. So now you look, you got an enhancement, right? This will slightly increase the HP percentage on subsets of something of your gear. And that's what you want to do. You want to go through and you want to get these. And you can get this starting out. I mean, right after you hit level 20, and you want to, and I've heard people say, well, I don't have the crew for this yet. I don't have this. And I'm like, I can only get like the first stage or two. Well, the first stage, you can literally throw like any kind of piece of equipment on one character that's like level 20 and throw any kind of gear at all on them just about and put, 4 other ones, even if they're like 1-star characters in here, and they can get through that, and at least you'll get an enhancement. And, and getting extra speed, getting extra HP, extra defense, extra attack, because the 1-stars, they're guaranteed they're going to be 1. But like I put 5 on and still get 1. It's just the luck of the draw with this. But you want to go through and make sure you do these from the very beginning. Now, it also gives them experience and helps them level up without using energy too, by the way. So this helps you a lot. Now, when you go through and you look at all this and you want to upgrade and you want to do the enhancement, see, you only have the HP and resist that we got. So when you go down through here and you look, this one has 3% HP and that one has 12. So let's throw it on this. Let's throw the enhancement on here. So you're going to get 1 more percent HP. And that's not a lot, but but if you do every piece of this gear with all this stuff, it adds up and it makes life a lot easier. I mean, 1% of 6,870 is still, it's still going to be 68 points worth of HP that you got for free. Okay. Now, once you get up to like level 40 and you got the gear on the guy, what you want to think about doing is going in and doing dragon. Now the reason you want to do dragon is because you get 3 and 4-star pieces when you get to stage 5. And usually your starter can pull this off, especially Kale, because Kale poisons and the dragon suffers from poison. And you look at these guys, they're level 23, 8, 16, 17. Like I said, this one has no armor on it. The other one just have a few pieces of crappy stuff. It's just like the armor, not even been upgraded. But usually Kale can kill this pretty easily at level 40 if you've done so far the booking and all the stuff I went over. Now, as you look, they're going to kill everything here. And so at the end, you're either going to get a 3, 4-star piece. You may get a green shard, you may get a blue shard out of this. You may get an experience pot to help level up a blue, because that's what is, or whatever color he is. He's blue, so you get the blue experience pot. Now, as you see, he hits pretty hard, places a bunch of poisons. You got one that died, but you don't really care because Kale's the one that's going to do all the heavy hitting and going to do all the damage anyway. So you just threw 2 poisons on here. So now he's up here. If you break him, you don't want him to actually not break out of this, because if it doesn't, he stuns everybody. So he just got broke out. So he didn't stun anybody, but you see the poisons are working on him. And the poison do pretty good damage on any dragon. This is for any dragon. So you're now at, when you get done with this, you're going to see that, Kale didn't hardly even lose any health because I got a life steal on him. So he got a void experience pot. You see these guys, 1 leveled up, 2 leveled up, and then you had 2,400 experience for this low level, which is probably even better than the campaign, tell you the truth, but it's more energy. But you've got better chance of getting better gear that you're going to need anyway. So that you want to go in and just rerun this. You're gonna get something out of this. I mean, it may take you. You may get unlucky 2 or 3 times, get some shards, some pots, but usually that's not going to happen. Usually, you're going to get gear out of this, and it doesn't take you long. You're talking about a minute or so run. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit longer than a campaign, but it's not much. You got auto battles, just let it auto. And in the meantime, you're leveling up your guys and you're getting better gear. And putting better gear on this guy is going to help you a lot. I mean, because like right now, he's got like a lifesteal helmet, but it's common. It's not any good. You may get a lifesteal 4-star, epic out of this. You can get a 4-star gold one out of this, for that matter, because at least you can get is a rare out of this. And the most you can get out of campaign is a rare, and they usually only fall out of the bosses. They don't usually fall out of the normal ones. They do sometimes, but it might be 1 in 100 times that you run that you get a rare. You're guaranteed of at least a rare on this, if not better. So see, he's dead, and you still didn't get a piece of gear. Just luck of the road twice in a row. But that's the way it is on campaigns. Or sometimes you'll get shards. You get a guy. You'll get one of the 2-star or 1-star or a 3-star champion. But it's not. But you'll do that sometimes. It's just the luck of the road. But you're going to get some decent gear out of doing this, and it takes a lot of times to run this. I've got guys in my guild now say, I can't get good gear. I can't get good gear. And I'm trying to tell them all the time. And they say, oh, but you got this great gear. I'm like, yeah, I spent 6 months in Dragon, running 20-level Dragon for 6 months straight, to get the gear. And, and I threw away the stuff that wasn't any good and sold it, for the coins to level up the gear that I got. I'm like, you don't get but one good piece out of like about 100, because it takes the other 99 that you got to sell to level that one piece up just about too. The coin, when you start leveling up 5 and 6-star pieces of items that are like legendary or epic, it takes a lot of coins. So don't get disgusted. It's just the way the game is. And it takes you a good long while to have a really good crew. So he's got 2 poisons and he probably dropped dead. Yeah. So you got a 3-star rare item from this. And if I run it more, I'm going to get more. That's actually a destroyed set that takes 40% of the max HP away from the damage you deal. You have to have 4 sets on it. But this is better than anything you're going to get out of that campaign. I mean, when you go back and you look at your campaign for right now, when you look at your campaign thing, all you're going to get for these low-level ones are 1 to 3 star, and more than likely they're going to be common. So you're not getting anything any good. And yeah, you're only spending 4 energy. That's true, but you're not getting any good gear. You can't sell it for any money hardly. I mean, if you go in and look at the difference in the price of this, let's go look at your gear. If I got one of those 2-star common and I wanted to sell this, it's worth a whole 1,000 coins, right? That last piece that I got out of this was a destroy set right there. That's the one I got. It's the only destroyed piece I got. That thing is worth 5,000 coins. 5 times more money almost. Now, how much more energy did I use? It was 4 in the campaign, and the dungeon used up 10. So I used 2.5 more energy to get something worth 5 times more money. And I leveled the people just as much too. So, it's good to run that when you can get up there. I don't usually do it at this level a lot. I do it some, because it will eat up your energy that you need to keep leveling up your people, and it actually levels you up better to go in and do the campaign. But now you're going to get dungeon divers. See, I'm in 2nd place. I haven't run this thing hardly at all. But that's probably from the champion training tournament, because they're training and leveling up to this. If the dragon tournament was up, I'd be doing even better. And you'll have one spot in here automatically given to you, 300 to unlock it. You wait about doing that. But that will, you put one crappy guy in there to level up through this so you don't have to level them up. But you want to go in and you want to make sure you get all of these. If you can get these challenges done, get them done. Because the quicker you get those books and get your starter maxed out, the easier it is on you. When you go through and you get some better gear, and you, as long as you got 4-star blue or above, it's okay to get those to like level 12 when you're starting out. It's going to help your cruise immensely to be able to get through your campaigns and get through everything. But guys, that ought to help you get started in the game. I hope you enjoy the game. I do. Remember to give it a thumbs up. Like I said, remember to subscribe to the channel. But those are just some easy tips when you're starting out, when you don't know what you're really doing. And a lot of people don't. They get confused because it's all new and there's so much to it. But anyway, thanks for watching.